Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of the free-to-play hardcore Iron Man on RuneScape 3. I'm gonna be honest with you. After finishing the last episode, I began working on this one, and in the intro I set myself a goal that I didn't particularly want to do, but it was something that I felt like I need to do. And in the coming days I really didn't feel like doing that, so I started doing other stuff on this account up until a point where I told myself that I have to do it because I said it in the intro, but the thought of having to do it was so unappealing that I just logged off. I don't know if this is how burnout feels like. I never felt like that with any game, and it's weird because I actually really wanted to play. I thought of so many things that I felt like doing, but then when I logged in, I thought of what I told myself I had to do, and I just logged off again, and it was like that for months. And enough is enough. I'm not going to quit the game that I want to play just because I said I'm gonna do something in an intro to a video, so I decided to delete that whole episode and start again, and that's what you're watching right now. Sorry for the weird intro, and I hope you all enjoy. Hello everyone, I need a new goal. Well, that's only partly true. I did work towards one thing in the meantime, and that was to upgrade my magic gear. I'm still using spider silks at the moment, which is a level 20 armor, so it's like I'm wearing steel, and that's very bad. Thankfully, we can buy mystic armor, which is the best in slot magic tank armor for free-to-play in Champions Guild, but that requires 33 quest points to enter, which is one more than old school. So let me catch you up to speed on what I did. First quest I did was the duck quest, in which you turn into a duck to help a little baby duck find its parents. Short little quest, very cool visually, and when I did it, it just recently came out, so I decided to do it guideless, and it was pretty fun. Next up, I did Violet is Blue, which is another cute little adventure and my favorite RS3 quest so far, although I did screw up the ice puzzle a few times. Really cool quest though. If you ever play RS3, I recommend checking it out. For helping out Violet, we get 3 XP lamps for 1000 XP each, and I think I'm gonna dump them all into prayer. That's probably the slowest skill I have. We also unlocked access to Yeti Town, which has a huge bonfire in the center right next to a bank chest, which makes it really convenient for cooking training. The downside being, since that's not a player-made bonfire, you don't get any bonus cooking XP from using it. After Violet is Blue, I did Violet is Blue 2, 3 more lamps, 4k XP each this time, and once again, all into prayer. Then I did Goblin Diplomacy, which is the same as old school and still gives 5 quest points, so that's very nice. Gunnar's Ground, which replaced Romeo and Juliet when it came out, and it also gives 5 quest points. And Swept Away, which is 3 puzzles in a raincoat, but it's fun to do guideless if you feel like thinking a little bit. The puzzles are quite simple. For Swept Away, we get 10 portions of XP giving goulash, and each portion gives me XP equal to 10 times my level in a skill. So it's really tempting to put it on into Dungeoneering just because I have ridiculously high Dungeoneering thanks to the event a year ago, but I think I'm still gonna just put everything into prayer. Then it was time to do Demon Slayer, which was completely reworked in 2013 and now takes place in a crypt underneath Varrock Church, with the Delriff fight getting actual mechanics as well, although he's still low level so it's very easy. All in all, a very atmospheric and a pretty fun quest, and after playing through it, I actually like both the old school and RS3 versions of it, which was pretty surprising to me because I was sure I would prefer one over the other, but they're both cool in their own right. For Demon Slayer, we get 3 XP lamps that can only be put into combat skills, and sadly that does not include prayer, so I think I'm gonna put them into range this time. And we also get Silverlight, and this is where it gets interesting. Take a look at the damage of Silverlight, it has 73 damage, and compare it to my Rune one-hand weapon, which has 508 damage. So obviously Silverlight is much weaker, but then again, it gets boosted when we fight demons according to this formula that I'm gonna put on the screen right now, and with 99 strength and using dual wield, Silverlight actually deals more damage to demons than using rune weapons, so that is very cool. Extremely niche, but very cool to me, and also it looks sick as hell in this game. By the way, I learned this from the RuneScape free-to-play best in slot Google Doc, which is an in-depth, gigantic 114-page guide about all the items and consumables in free-to-play on RS3. So, huge shout out to Radio53 Kip for maintaining and updating this document, and I'll leave a link to it in the description. It's massive. After that, I decided to do Song from the Depths, and I didn't really like it that much. It was pretty boring, and it dragged on a little too long. D tier. Yeah, this quest wasn't all that great. Or maybe I'm just tired from doing a bunch of quests. Anyway, we still get rewarded. We get Remora's necklace, which teleports members to the Queen Black Dragon, but for free-to-play players, it teleports us to the White Knight camp, which is the fastest way to do my daily feather run in Port Sarim, and that's the definition of niche, but still pretty useful. Then I did Once Upon a Slime, which is definitely a quest, and finally I did Shield of Araf, which you can do solo in this game, and that brought me up to 33 quest points, which means I can finally enter the Champions Guild. And now, you're all caught up. But before I go and join the Champions Guild and buy the armor and all that, there is one thing that I've been meaning to do for the longest time, and that is to open the clue caskets that I have in my inventory. Those are from the summer event. They are not bankable, and now, when I'm recording this currently, it's October, so I've been meaning to open them for a long time, and I can't wait. And if you're appalled at my hoarding, don't worry, I also have caskets from the Easter event, but they are bankable, so maybe I'll open them next year. Before we start, let's quickly take a look at the clue collection log. There is one slot to be obtained in the general clue rewards, and that is the Willow Comp Bow that I already have. And now either 47 or 48 easy clue rewards, and the contentious one is the Offhand Suitcase. All the other ones that are obtainable are already confirmed, but because we only get so limited caskets per year, it's not fully confirmed if we can get an Offhand Suitcase or not. So if we get it, that is potentially huge, but I'm not counting on it. Both the brown and the red caskets are exactly the same, so I'm gonna start with the red caskets because they're obviously faster. And on top of the uniques, I'm hoping for some noted essence because I still need it for my urns. First one, Black Helm H5. I didn't realize it's new at first, but I got my second unique, the Amulet of Magic T, and it's not only a new unique, it's also an upgrade to my current best in slot magic amulet. I'm using an Amulet of Magic, which is the same stat-wise, but this one is trimmed, so it's obviously cooler. Number 3, the Wizard Rope Skirt T. Ooh, number 4 for the Black Full Helm G. I really hope I can get one matching black set completed in the future. That would make for a really sick fashionscape. And if I could pick, I think the black G is my favorite, and for now I have the plate legs and the plate skirt, and now the full helm, so I still need the kite shield and the plate body. Number 5, black plate body H1, and number 6, the black full helm trimmed. All red caskets open, moving on to the browns. Unique number 7, the black plate skirt T, and number 8, the wizard hat G, possibly the last one, looking at how many caskets I have left. And the last casket, no unique, but a pretty good roll, some nature runes. Overall, really happy with the opening, very glad to get 8 new uniques, even more glad to get 2 of my inventory slots back. Let's go join the Champions Guild. Very epic moment, stepping through the Champions Guild door for the very first time. In this game at least. Now, in old school, when we go upstairs, there is just 2 NPCs. There is Scavo, who sells some rune equipment, Grindyhide chaps, vambraces, and some coifs. And Verlaine, who sells a black full helm, black plate legs, adamant plate body, and some blue capes. But on RuneScape 3 there is one more NPC here, Mystic Marge, who runs the Marvelous Mysticism shop, and we're mainly here for this, so let's buy the Mystic gloves, Mystic boots, Mystic hat, robe bottoms, and I'm also gonna buy a Mystic wand and a shield. I think I prefer a shield over the orb. Scavo and Verlaine are still here, of course, but their stocks are vastly different. For example, Scavo sells pretty much every single rune item in existence. He also sells the blue capes now. I already have all of the rune items that I want, I think, so I'm not gonna buy anything from him, but I am gonna buy something from Verlaine. She sells the range armor and weapons now, so I think I'm gonna buy blue dragonhide vambraces, boots, coif, and chaps. I don't have 50 range yet to wear this, but it's gonna be in the bank when I need it. And you might have noticed that none of them sold me any chest armor. That is because that piece is still sold by Oziak after the completion of Dragonslayer, so I guess it's time to do Dragonslayer. Uh-oh, my bank is pretty full and I can't deposit everything that I just bought, so I think before I go and do Dragonslayer, it's time to clean up a little bit. I already took a look at what I could get rid of, and the first thing is this Death Warden set. I can buy it in the city of And the second thing is all of those beach tokens. I have absolutely no interest in the cosmetics from that event, and this is just 30 bank spaces being used up for nothing, so be right back. 151 out of 180, instantly much better. I got the ship and I have all the 3 map parts, but what I don't have is an Amulet of Strength, so I'm gonna make myself one real quick. There we go. And since I also like to be extra prepared, I'm gonna make myself an attack potion with the free vial of water, Eye of Nut, and a Guam Jatix provides. Very nice. I gotta say, in hindsight, I'm really glad that I made the Amulet of Strength and the attack potion, because the fight was actually pretty rough. I had to eat food constantly, but we made it happen, and here is the Dragonslayer quest completed. We get 2 XP lamps, one for defense, which should give me +1 defense level, and the other for strength, which should give me +4 strength levels up to 44. And most importantly, we can now finally access Oziak's shop, in which I can buy the blue dragonhide body and the mystic robe top. He also sells runeplate bodies, but you get one for free for completing the quest itself. Besides, I already have a better one, so I'm just gonna sell it for a whopping 1,200 gold. So now, the only thing left to do is to put on my new Mystic set to finish our journey in style. And now I'm broke, but that's something I gotta deal with in the next episode. Man, it feels so good to be back to playing this account, like actually actively playing this account. I still don't know if this was a burnout or not, but I'm so glad it's over. And I'm really happy to be playing this account again. And if you watched episodes 1 to 4 and you stuck around and now watched episode 5, just know that I appreciate you a lot. Thank you. Anyway, with all that said, I'd like to sincerely thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, hope you'll have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.